What's up guys, it's SimAI here, and today we are taking a look at Giovanni's Machamp. So this is a pretty good card, one of the only fighting options in Gen 2, and let's take a look at it to see why it works well. So Giovanni's Machamp is a Stage 2, has 100 HP, which is really good, has a Pokemon power called Fortitude. If Giovanni's Machamp would be knocked out by an opponent's attack, flip a coin. If it's heads, it's not knocked out, and instead its remaining HP is 10 instead. So this is like, it's basically Focus Band as a power. But you can still attach a Focus Band as well, so when you have a Focus Banded Giovanni's Machamp, the opponent has to hit through 2 flips to be able to knock you out. Obviously, you take damage normally up until the point of knockout, but just having a 75% chance to survive an attack that would knock you out is pretty good, And while the weakness is Psychic is actually really bad and it really hurts us in a lot of ways because there's a lot of Psychic Pokemon in the meta. Also, the 3 Retreat doesn't really help us all that much. The attack is pretty respectable. So for 4 energy, you do Hurricane Punch, flip 4 coins, the attack does 30 damage times the number of heads. So statistically, you're going to get 60 damage on. But there's the oddball chance that you get 120 damage or 90 damage, which are really good numbers to KO a ton of Pokemon. Obviously, the flip side of this is you do 30 or no damage, which, it happens just as often. But statistically, on average, the majority of the time, you're going to be doing around 60 damage, which is really good. 60 damage is a really good damage output because it just does, that stacks so quickly. It gets around a lot of problems like Steel Energy, Pokemon that have a heavy Steel Energy on, and things like that. Even sometimes resistances. Now, we're playing a stadium that we'll talk about later that fixes the resistance problem. But in any case, if you can get him powered up, he's going to do respectable damage with the potential for one shot, and he won't get KO'd so easily. So let's go on to the rest of the deck and see what else is required to make this deck function. So we're going to go into the line. We start with the Machop. So this is actually, so normally the early evolutions, the attacks don't matter too much, but in this case it does, and we'll talk about it later. But Giovanni's Machop is a 50 HP basic. 50 is really nice. He doesn't get KO'd so easily. 1 retreat is kind of bad, So a lot of basics don't have retreat problems, but it's okay. The main point to mention here is Fury Punch. So for 2 fighting, you flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 damage. Times the number of damage counters on Giovanni's Machop. So it's a coin flip, which means 50% of the time this attack does nothing, but that other 50% when it does something, it does a lot of damage, right? 20 times the damage counters is crazy. And it becomes even more crazy because we run a card in this deck called Recall. So Recall says for your attack this turn, your active Pokemon can use any attack from its basic Pokemon card or any evolution attached to it. So you basically have access to your entire line's energy or entire line's attacks to be able to do damage. So Recall is really good because what this means is when a Machamp doesn't get KO'd, it actually has 90 damage on him. And so if you play a Recall, and if you flip heads on the if you flip heads on the Fury Punch, then you basically can do 180 damage, which KOs everything, right? So 50% chance of basically one-shotting something with Recall. It's a tech option, that's why there's only a single Recall available to the deck, but it's still there as an option in case you just really need it, and in case it makes all the difference in the world, that 50% chance. So Machop has a pretty good attack, Fury Punch, that we can use with the higher evolution. Let's go on to the Machoke. So Machoke, unfortunately, doesn't have any really good attacks. So he's an 80 HP stage 1, retreats now 2 instead of 1. But this first attack, risky attack, you're really never going to play it because you flip a coin. If it's tails, this attack does no damage to the turn Pokemon, and Machoke does 100 damage to himself. So you either do 60 for 1 energy, or you kill yourself, basically. Now, if you have a Focus Band, it doesn't KO you, but there's just no point to risk it unless it's like, maybe like you're at the very end of the match, you have 1 prize left, and this is the only out you have, then maybe, because it does 60, which is high, but you're really never going to use this attack. So second attack, Headlock, it's flip a coin. If heads, attack does 20 plus 20 and paralysis, and if his tails is 20. So 40 in paralysis or 20. That's just not that good, to be honest. You don't want to put Machoke at risk of KO because Machamp is gonna, only die 25% of the time. So you're also you're practically never gonna use Headlock. It's there, and paralysis is cool because 50% of the time they can't attack you back, but you're just not really gonna use it all that much. So Machamp is definitely the primary attacker, though. He's the card that you want to get into play really fast. Now, take note that there is a card called Giovanni. So we don't use this card, but it's an option for this deck if you want to change the counts up. Choose one of your Pokemon in play with Giovanni in its name. For the rest of your turn, you may evolve that Pokemon, even if you just played or evolved it this turn, or if this is the first turn. Basically, what this says is you can now evolve as if Broken Time Space is in play. I don't know if some of you might not know what Broken Time Space is, but it's a stadium that allowed you to evolve regardless of waiting a turn to evolve, and that's what this card does for Giovanni lines. Basically, if you have a Machop, you can actually play a Machop down, play a Machoke down, and play a Machamp down on the same Pokemon in the same turn without any restrictions. That's what Giovanni gives you. So it's a good option for some decks if they want to go down that route, but we just don't really use it because, that's not how we really function. Machamp has a 4 energy attack that takes some time to set up, right? And so getting the accelerated evolution, while it may protect you with fortitude, it's really just not gonna, I don't think it's worth the spots in the deck when there's better options to use. So anyway, that's the Pokemon line. We also run a 4 count of Cleffa, standard count. I mean, this is pretty standard, 3 to 4 counts of Cleffa, and every deck in Gen 2 is pretty standard. It's our way of drawing and setting up. Eek, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 7. Baby rule means that it dies 50% of the time, not even 100%. So it's a good card, and yeah, it's the basis of Gen 2. So moving on, we have 15 fighting energy and 3 full energy. So once again, a caveat, this is one of the decks that Jason Klasinski showcased in his Gen 2 write-up. And once again, what I've done here is I've changed a couple of accounts, several of the accounts in fact, and so there's a couple of even different cards in here. So it's not entirely the same thing as his build, but the overall idea, even though it's a pretty simple idea, goes to him. Also, his one recall, it was like a tip that he gave, which I actually have utilized in this build. So his build didn't have a recall, but in this case we do. So Jesse Klasinski, definitely credit goes to him for figuring out most of the counts of this deck. Anyway, so we have 15 fighting and 3 full energy. So if you notice what Machamp says here, it says his power can't be used if Machamp is already asleep, confused, or paralyzed. And so keeping him from status is important. Full energy does that for you. Also, if Machamp gets poisoned, then the fortitude really does nothing, right? Because poison damage should be calculated after KOs initially. I think that's how it works. But in any case, there's no point in risking it because we have the full heal energy 3 count to keep statuses away. We also have, going into the trainers, we have 3 Pokemon Trader. So Pokemon Trader allows you to it's Pokemon communication for the Neo era. It allows you to swap out one Pokemon for another in your hand from your deck. So it's really good to get the right lines in play or right Pokemon in play at the right times. You can get Cleffas out of it. You can get evolutions out of it. So it's a good card. 3 count to increase consistency of getting the Pokemon in play. We talked about the 1 recall. We have a single copy of Giovanni's Last Resort as well. This is also another tech because of the significant detrimental effect that it has from playing it. But you remove all damage counters from one of your Pokemon with Giovanni, and then you discard your hand. So if Giovanni's Machamp has taken 90 damage because of the ability, you can play your Last Resort, discard your entire hand, and heal Machamp to full. But obviously you have no hand after that. So Eek can still fix that, obviously, But when the times that you'll actually play this card will be the times that like Machamp is your only attacker on the field. or it's like the super end of the match and you don't really care about drawing, or you don't really care about your hand if this is the one that's going to finish you the game. So Last Resort is one of tech that you're really not going to use, but for the time that you need him, he's there. Our stadium of choice is Resistance Gym. There are several Pokemon in the meta that have fighting resistance, and going against a 30 resistance is really difficult when your damage output on average is 60. That's half your damage every turn, so that's not really all that viable. Resistance Gym drops that down to 10. Way more better, you know. Obviously, this gives you your ability to win against anything that has fighting resistance. 3 count to make sure that we don't have resistance as a problem. 2 count of Double Gust and 2 count of Bloomberry. So our Double Gust counts are actually pretty low because 2 reasons really. One is that we normally will want to, like Machamp, you know, the whole strategy revolves around him basically not getting KO'd because of the ability and Focus Band. So you're going to have like 90 damage, you know, at any given moment. He's not going to last too much longer beyond that. We have healing options available, but despite that, it's still an uphill climb. He also has 3 retreat, right? So at any given moment, you're usually going to have multiple Machamp lines getting set up, and 3 retreat for, like, let's say another Machamp on the bench means that it's a huge Double Gust target. So we also do run 2 Balloonberry, which if you haven't seen any of my other videos, is a 1-turn float stone. You discard this tool instead of discarding energy to retreat. So we do have this option of fixing the retreat, but at any given moment, though, Machamp might have a Focus Band attached, right? And so you can't attach a Balloonberry if it already has a Focus Band, and so that causes problems right then and there. So 2 Double Gusts, unfortunately, because we obviously want to play more if we want to, you know? If you don't know what Double Gust does, it's Lysander for both you and your opponent. So they get to bring one of your bench up, you bring one of their bench up, and so retreat becomes a very important factor in the meta. We obviously want to play more Double Gust, but unfortunately because of our deck situation, our retreat cost situation, we can't really do more than 2. Moving on, we have 4 Focus Band. This is going to be an essential card of the deck because it's part of the primary strategy of the deck. Focus Band is the same exact thing as Machamp's power. If you are going to get KO'd, you don't get KO'd, and you have 10 HP left. So this allows Machamp to survive 75% of the time instead of just 50 because it's 2 powers and 2 coin flips working for you. So 4 count of this, for sure, it's very essential. In terms of healing, we have 3 Goldberry and 2 Moo-Moo Milk. So healing, there's a card. Let me pull him up. So Elekid is one of the problems of this deck because it's a basic, it's played, you see it sometimes, and it has a power called Playful Punch, which works off of the bench. Once during a turn, you flip a coin. If heads, you do 20 damage to your opponent's active, and then either way, your turn ends, and blah, blah, blah. So the problem with this is that, let's say that Machamp has taken 90 damage, right? So 10 more damage. Now you still have to get through Fortitude for anything that tries to attack Machamp, right? So you still have 50% chance of surviving even another turn. However, Elekid is a power, and Machamp reads if an attack would have knocked you out. So this power actually gets around the ability. Elekid, if you saw the card, is it's an ability that works off the bench, so it gets around Fortitude. It KOs you after Giovanni's already taken 90 damage. So because of that, Moo-Moo Milk helps to prevent that. Moo-Moo Milk says you flip 2 coins for each heads. You remove 2 damage counters, so potential healing of 40, but likely 20. And what this does is it heals off Machamp down from the 90 just a couple of points so that it survives things like Elekid and other, shenanigans that the opponent might try. We also run 3 count of Goldberry, so it is a way of healing. Let's say you've taken 90 damage. Goldberry heals 4. Moo Milk heals another 2, potentially 4. So if you get the right flips, then you potentially have healed off an entire Machamp. So Goldberry is a good healing option in general. Let's say you haven't gotten that Machamp in play and Machoke has taken some damage. Goldberry's there for you. So it's a good option to have. 4 count of Professor Elm. This is our theoretical supporter for the format. We obviously don't have supporter cards in Gen 2, but this acts like a supporter. Shuffle your hand in your deck, draw 7, and then you can't play any more training cards this turn. 4 count. General template that I always mention in all of my videos is to use Cleffa's early game, use Elm's late game. And yeah, so we talked about the 2 Balloonberry. 2 Nightly Garbage Run is the final card of the deck. So it's basically a super rod. It allows you to shuffle any combination of energy and Pokemon of 3 into the deck. And it saves your energies, it saves your lines. You know, our line counts. We only have 3 Machamp, 4 of Machoke, Machop. Sometimes these things get prized as well, so Nightly Garbage Run becomes very important to get your Pokemon back in play. So yeah, this is the deck, guys. It's coin flips, and Gen 2 is all about coin flips. And so if the coins are in your favor, if the luck is in your favor, then you will do some pretty heavy damage, and you're gonna win. If the coin flips are not in your favor, you're gonna have a bad time. That's what makes the matches fun, though. You know, like the matches become really up and down because of the fact that it's all coin flips. So it's really exciting. It's really fun. It's one of the only fighting options in Gen 2. So this is Giovanni's Machamp. Let's get into the matches. All right, we got a match here against DQ Quagmire. So we'll bench I just totally misclicked there, and I put the Machop in first instead of Cleffa. Unbelievably bad that was. So we'll get a free card. We'll get another free card. All right, that works. So now it is grass versus fighting, so I don't think resistance should matter. This is this is a wheezing, so that's interesting. So transparent walls, let's see what this does. If we can, until the end of your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from attacks done to your bench Pokemon. Alright, so he's gotta be a sniping deck somehow. He plays Warp Point as well, which means that he must have like heavy retreat problems. Maybe this is no, it's not the muck, right? It's wheezing. So what is this? Dark wheezing? Dark wheezing, I think, does damage based on how many wheezings and dark wheezings are in play or something like that. I'm not sure, but oh my god, he actually plays Warp Point for us. Okay. So actually, if we had benched the Machop on the bench, and, you know, if we had put Clef in the active like we should have, we would have been screwed here because we played Warp Point. So somehow my misplay completely saved me. That's awesome. I'm going to play the Resistance Gym. And since I feel like he might be a statuser, I'm actually going to Elm and hopefully get an energy, which I do. And so now I can Eek. And we get Tails on the Eek, which sucks really bad, but hopefully we draw an energy here, and we can, as long as I get the energy drop for the turn, I don't care, you know. So he plays Challenge. I do not want to give him Challenge because I know Wheezing. So this confirms to me that he's playing the Wheezing that attacks based on the amount of Wheezings he has in play. So he plays Good Manners again. He also plays Kindness. Remove 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon with any damage counters on them. If Pokemon has 1 damage counter on it, remove it. Once again, this is looking like a bench sniping thing. And he plays Dark Energy, which has to be Dark Wheezing. And that confirms again that he's doing the one that has, the more damage, it does more damage based on the amount of Wheezings he has in play. So definitely I think we were on the right track in the beginning, and we're doing good now. So we know his strategy. He's got to get, I think his energy, it's like a 3 energy attack or something, or maybe 2, I'm not sure. In any case, I don't think he KOs a fully powered up Machamp. So I'm not going to attach the Focus Band just yet. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of this. And so also now that I know that his attacks likely, I'll have to give up just one of these, you know. Because I just needed an energy drop that turn, and see, we would have gotten a no hand again. Alright, he plays another Good Manners, so yeah, unfortunately, he's probably going to get his main strategy off. I think it's 20 times the amount of Wheezings in play, so 20, 40, 60, and then 80. So maybe, and then with Dark becomes 90. So we're actually somewhat getting into the one-shot range, unfortunately. Which, if he which is pretty bad actually. But wait, he attached the Dark to Coughing, which means he takes damage. He hasn't evolved just yet, so he's actually gonna take damage. That's weird to attach it so early. Maybe he has the evolution. Who knows? I don't know. He did play an Elm, and I guess he was hoping to draw one, and he didn't get one. Yeah, see, so he's taking 10. So again, it looks like we have no energy, and I don't want to waste this other one. I have a Double Gust, but no way to retreat the Machamp. I can chop something, but don't think it's worth it. He has a Goldberry here and a Goldberry there, so he's probably not using a band. He's probably not using a band build, and we just had 3 tails with Cleffa. Has he gotten anything? Hold on 1 second. I want to see this. He has. Looks like it's just been a bunch of tails. All right, here we go. So mass explosions 20 times the number of coughings, wheezings, and dark wheezings in play. All right, yeah. So the max damage output's 80. And did he just KO? He did KO because of Double Gust. Ridiculous. Unbelievably ridiculous. Wow, that's just dumb. Well, I can do this. Double Gust one of these guys out that has no energy. And then we're going to Eek. And now we get a Machamp at least. We have another Cleffa, which is cool. He plays Rocket. Here comes Team Rocket, which shows your prizes. So you can see that I have a Machamp prized and a Machoke prize. He's got 2 Dark Weezings prize, which is pretty crazy. That helps us a lot. Actually, I kind of want to now. He's gotten all of them in play. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. Why not, right? I'll bench these guys and a Cleffa and another Cleffa, and then we're good. Because he already got all 4 in play, so me, giving him 2 free cards is not going to be... Okay, he plays a Trickery. Once turn, you may switch one of your prizes with the top card of your deck. Ah! He had something there. Dang. Okay, so I attached this. Okay, so it's his turn, actually, so that's fine. He found a way to retreat. He just discarded energy to retreat. I really wish that he keeps my... I really need Cleffa to stay in play, because I don't want to drop an energy turn, or, I don't want to... I might have to, forego... Okay, so he switched to prize. Trickery is pretty good, actually, now that if you see it, So we're going to trader this Machop into a Machoke. Okay. We'll bench that onto the first one. We'll attach energy onto this one. And we're actually not going to Eek because we have what we need for next turn. So I'm just going to end turn. And actually I'm going to retreat into a Cleffa that doesn't have an energy. So we end turn. So if he wants to KO a Cleffa, he can KO something without energy. That's fine. So he has another Dark Weezing in play. And he heals himself. I did give him a free Trickery, but then it got me to get 2 lines in play, and I got an evolution this turn, which I wouldn't have otherwise gotten, I think, so it would turn out to be okay. Now we definitely evolve. We attach an energy onto the Machamp, and we retreat to Eek, and then we Eek. No energy except for a full heal, which, sucks, kind of. But he actually does have Stun Gas. So it's Poison or Paralysis, and which means I'm going to have to save all my full heal energies. So I'm going to have to play Elm for my... Oh, no, I don't have to play an Elm because I got an energy drop. Alright. Now, now I just Eek again, I'm pretty sure. The Baby Power is really helping us here. What do I do here? I think I still save the Balloon Berries, so we're okay. I want to keep the Healing Field in play because it probably can help me out too, But next turn we can attack. Unfortunately, we don't have a follow-up. None of the Elms are in our hand, but they are in our deck. And 3 Elms are left. Trickery switched to prize. So he's just getting, he's just basically picking it becomes a separate deck, you know, a side deck for him. He takes the KO, which is fine because now I can at least start attacking him. And where is he getting this damage from, this 20 damage? Does it attack himself? Hold on a second. Does 20 damage times the number of attacks does 20 damage to each coughing? Wow, it does. That's crazy. Alright, in that case, I'm actually going to bump his stadium. He's doing 90 damage, which means he can actually KO me. So I still think I bump his stadium just so he doesn't get that. And now I just, yeah, I Hurricane Punch. And I take a KO, which is amazing. So I get to pick which card I want. I want the Focus Band, which is the 4th card. Okay. So I took a KO, which is cool. He has to attach another Dark. And I think he attached the Dark this turn. Yeah, so he can't KO me at all. For sure. And he's actually doing only 60 damage output now. Plus 10 is 70. So yeah, that works out well for us. He also retains the 20 damage hit. So now he doesn't because he played that Erica's Kindness, which is fine. So he takes 20 there. Okay, so my question here is, do I do Moo-Moo Milk? Because I need to heal. So this is 40 plus 2 is 60. So if so it's a tough call here, right? Because if I Focus Band, then he has to hit through both the Band and the Fortitude, and then I can Moo-Moo Milk and do all this stuff. So honestly, I think I do that. I think I take that route. Because if I Moo-Moo Milk and I don't get the 2 heads, then I don't heal myself completely, right? 40 plus 20 is 60. I set him up exactly for a 90 if he benches a Coughing. Let me make sure this is a Coughing. Coughings, yeah. See, so he kills me if he can find a Coughing, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to do this instead. Attach this energy to Machop, and we're going to Hurricane Punch. And we get 1 heads, and so we actually get rid of his berry from that. So now he has to hit through a Focus Band and an ability. And we just got 3 tails, so hopefully this means that there's a heads in the near future, you know? We still have 2 full heal energy in hand to be able to get around statusing, which is what his Stun Gas will do. Let's see. He actually KO'd me? Ridiculous! Come on, man. God, I hate making the right play and getting punished for it. That frustrates me to no end. That's just bad, man. Like, I know we made the right play. He had a 25% chance to kill us, and he still killed us. Versus a 50% chance to not hit the flip and then be set up for a KO the following turn. Now he didn't find the Coughing, which means that we probably would have won, but he didn't really search for it is the other thing. He didn't have to, right? So yeah, that sucks. We got a new hand though. We got an energy. I really need to recover some of these guys, right? Yeah. So I need my nightly garbage run. One of them is prize though, so that's probably why we're not drawing into them, or the one left anyway. And a Machoke is prize, which means that I have 2 Machokes left, which once again is pretty much bad. There is a Machamp, but that's not what we need. He actually paralyzes me, so we'll bench this Cleffa. And we're not gonna waste the Focus Band on a Cleffa. But he's down to 3 prizes versus my 5. If you're gonna do this, you gotta do this. So we're gonna do this. Alright, that's fine. And we can't do anything, so we end turn. Next turn, we actually really need an Eek there, which sucks. So now he has to hit through Baby Rule and the Focus Band. So same odds as before. Statistically, since we didn't get it, since it's the same statistics, obviously, but since, you know, hopefully, since we missed it the first time, hopefully we get it this time, and we do. Cool. There's a Machoke, which is awesome. And I actually kind of want to keep the hand, even though there's not enough energy. What do I do? The focus band's still active, so he actually didn't even hit through the baby rule. Do I shuffle the Machamp away, knowing I need to find him again? I've gone through one trader. I also need to get energies back, so yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay. He can one-shot the Machoke, so focus band it is. No, actually, he's only doing 60. If he retreats, he'll do 70. So he doesn't one-shot the Machoke. If he gets that last coughing, though, is it still discarded? Has he recovered it yet? Yeah, he's recovered it. He takes the KO on the Cleffa. We'll promote another Cleffa, obviously. There's a garbage run. So now we do Machamp, energy, I think. Probably have to get a Machoke back too to set up another one. So there should be one left in the deck though, because I don't have two in play, right? I just have one. Yeah. So yeah, this is fine. This is right. This is the right play. All right. So the problem here is that I just need to power him up, but I also need to draw something, right? So we're gonna do this again. We're gonna actually attach a focus band again, and I think how many has that? Does that? That's our. We have one more in the deck, so we just gotta eke again. We're not drawing any shuffle options too. We haven't run through that many Elm. What's going on? We have 3 Elms in the deck. Where are our Elms? We're not drawing into them. I haven't seen one in like several hands. Alright, there's a Machamp. So we'll do this. And I think I just need an energy drop this turn. I have to get one. So I'm just going to do this. And then we're going to eke. There's a Machop and an energy. So next turn I can start attacking. I really kind of wish I had a Double Gust to start attacking the one with the dark energy, but you can always get another one from there. And we have a full energy too, so if we top deck a Double Gust, that would be really nice. I think we only used up 1 out of 2, or maybe 3, if I remember correctly, the prizes, or the counts. He paralyzes me, which is fine. I'm actually going to use the Moo-Moo Milk, I think. No, there's no point, because he can KO me regardless. So we'll do this. And we Elm. No, I want the full heal energy in hand. If we Elm, what do we get from it? Nothing, right? We just get an energy. So we end turn. We save that Elm once we start attacking. So I just need the baby rule to help me out for 1 turn, and then I can start attacking. Because if he takes a KO here, I'm down to 1 prize. Beautiful. Alright, so now I retreat, and I start attacking. I think I actually start setting up the second one, because now he's going to deal with this one first. So we'll bench this, attach this here. He's only got 3 in play, but again, he can just bench 1 and attach a dark. He's actually, let's check the darks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He has a free dark anytime he wants it. So I think I need to do this, right? Because he just needs to bench 1. His deck is so thin. He just needs to bench 1. That's 80, 90, 100. Yeah, so I have to do this. And then I Hurricane Punch. We get 1 heads. Doesn't activate his berry though, so that's cool. He has Healing Field now. If he tries to stun gas me, I do have 1 more full heal energy, but then it sets me up for bad stun gas in the future. In terms of Machokes, I have lost 1, so there's 1 in the deck. He plays Garbage Run to recover his deck. That's fine. Plays Challenge. Yeah, I'm gonna take the challenge because I don't want to give him a free one. So he's just gonna draw 2. And I just click OK because I don't want to bench another one. I think that's all I need. But it's a good chance to look at my deck. So I have 4 energy left, 2 Elms, and Recall still there. Double Gust, a single Double Gust is left. Alright, that's cool. Wait, did I take the challenge? I wanted to not take it. Oh man, that's okay. Whatever. That's just God. That's so stupid. I wasn't thinking straight. So somehow we lived. The band survived, so the attack helped us out. So we're gonna Healing Field and Moo-Moo Milk. Great. So he has 3 left, so that's 70 plus 30. I guess it still technically does it, but hopefully, I think now I Elm. No, I want to keep the energy in hand. So I just hit him, and we take a KO. Nice. All right. I just took a random prize. I forgot I had my prizes available. So I've just made a lot of misplays this match, which is awful. He attaches it to another one. So he's doing 70, which takes a KO. But then if I take another KO, all his darks are gone. I'm not sure why he... I don't know. The stadium's helping us out somewhat. This one has damage on, but this one doesn't, so it's fine. Now I'm going to decline the challenge for sure, because I'm not going to make the same stupid mistake that I made last time. He's not taking that, so okay, that's fine. Healing Flip his tail, which is good. That gives me really high odds to KO him. I just need 1 heads flip, which is awesome. I think did he seriously just hit through it again, dude? Come on, man. What the heck? How dumb is this? He's hit through 2 Machamps. 2 25% chances he's hit through them. That's just stupid. And the sad thing is I have no nightly garbage run left. God, it's just dumb, dude. I'm going to Healing Field and bump his stadium so he doesn't get free heals. Anyway, we'll do this, and that's all we can do. So, we eek. We got to find the last Machoke. Don't have it in hand. We all start running really low on energy. I mean, we're basically surviving through the baby rule, so we pretty much lost, but, this is our only chance, so it's fine. We Elm. Okay, do this, and then Trader. Right, I can't do that. Eek again. He played Erica's Kindness. Okay. So attach an energy here. I Elm. The last thing I have. There's a Machoke. Now the question is, do I headbutt him? So, do I headlock him? Flip a coin if Fast X is 20 plus 20 more damage, and the frame Pokemon is not paralyzed. If Tails is X is 20 damage. Risky attack, flip a coin. I'm not doing risky attack, obviously, so headlock is... But then he guarantees attacks me, right? So I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I eek, risk it again, and... Keep drawing stuff I don't need. So I eke again. There's one last Machamp left, and that's the game. So we couldn't survive. And of course, he hits me through both of them again. Baby Flip plus a Focus Band. So yeah, we lost 2 Machamps because he hit a 25% chance of KOing me. Then we lost to Cleffa because he had a 25% chance of KOing me. Obviously, this was after a couple of tails, but this regardless. And yeah, so luck just basically screwed us up. The fact that we lost 2 Machamps because he hit through 25%, that's the rough one. So out of the attacks that Machamp took, I think he took like 3 attacks. One of them, the ability worked. 2 of them, the ability did not work, and the band didn't work at the same time. So that's just, I mean, what can you do, right? So that's the match. There's not much to say, you know. This deck is basically coin flips. It's all RNG. That's a lot of what Gen 2 is about. So it is what it is, and we'll move on to the next one. We're going to match her against DQ Quagmire. So let's take a look. We start with the Cleffa, which is cool. We have a trader in hand. We'll definitely trade away the Machamp for another Machoke. Bench this too. We get a free card as well, so that's cool. Hopefully we go first. We do. Nice. Alright, there's no conflict of weakness, resistance kind of thing, so we're okay. We'll attach the energy to Cleffa. We'll trader the Machamp to another Giovanni's Machoke. Definitely going to save the Elm because we already got an energy drop for the turn, and we're going to eke. Okay, this hand's pretty bad. wait, okay, so literally this is Focus Band, Elm, Energy, Focus Band, Elm, Energy, Focus Band. Something is obviously wrong with the randomization in this thing. Okay, so there's a Machoke. Okay, cool. We'll evolve. We will attach energy, and we're just going to. Okay, so he's already like. Wait, hold on a second. How did he do this? Entei used Howl. Okay, so Entei used Howl, discarded something off top of his deck. So this is going to be his primary attacker. So Lava Flow, you can discard any number of fire attached to Macargo. Use this attack. If you do this attack, it's 40 damage plus 20 for each of the energy discarded this way. So 40 plus 20 for each energy you discard. That's pretty bad, actually. That's really bad, actually. Looks like he's just going to keep reusing Entei for this. So we're going to go ahead and... so 20... So it's... Well, so let me think about this. So it's 40... Okay, so 40... 20, 40, 60 is 100. So if he discards 300, that's 100 damage. And that's going to take out the Machoke. It's fine. We're just going to eke. And there's the last resort, but we don't need it anymore, or we don't need it right now. Looks like his strategy is just going to keep reusing Entei, and he's going to keep powering up Macargo in one turn that way, and then just going to keep using Lava Flow, which is an all or nothing strategy, really. It's pretty crazy, actually. I definitely want to get the Cleffa down, and we'll get another Machoke down. Committing another energy to Machoke is going to be rough because he can easily KO us in one turn. He's hitting us for 40 with the Cleffa though, so he has a chance. He has a choice to discard things. So definitely, I mean, let's. Okay, so in terms of Gust of Wind, what does he have? He has Entei. He can KO with a single Gust of Wind destroys us. So we're gonna have to spread out, I think, something, right? And honestly, I kind of want the Focus Band now. So I'm gonna play one Elm and play a Focus Band. Right, I can't do that. We'll bench the Cleffa though, and then we're just gonna eke again. It's fine. There's a Focus Band. We got a bunch of energy. We spread out some energy. See, I knew it. Okay, that's fine. So at least we didn't miss the energy drop for last turn. I really wish I had attached the Focus Band in hindsight, but it is what it is. So he'll definitely take a KO here. It's fine. That's fine. Like I said, we'll put the resistance gem up. just to get it out of our deck. We'll bench the Machoke. We'll attach energy to Machoke, focus band the Machoke, and we're going to Eek. So we don't have Machamp just yet, but we at least have the focus band on, which is the important thing. I think at this point I'm just gonna keep them on. Like the Goldberry is not gonna be all that useful because that's what it looks like. He's just going to go all or nothing, and so when you do that, you're gonna be one-shotting or you're not, and focus band helps more. All right, now there's two Gust of Wind targets, but the other thing is Macargo's energy allows him to move one energy to the active to retreat. So that kind of sucks in that regard. So we're gonna do this. I really want a Machamp because that gives me twice the. We're gonna play one Elm. There's a Machamp, nice. All right, so we're okay now. Since we played, oh yeah, so I think we're okay. Now we have a higher chance of living through this. So next turn, though, we can definitely do some Hurricane Punches. Statistically, we're going to do 60. Hopefully, we can do 90 and KO the Macargo, so that would be cool. We only have a single focus band on Machamp, you know, but next chance I draw into them, I'm going to attach them to the Machokes. That's fine. So, like I said, we technically can live through this if the power and the band, one of them works for us. And we're one energy away from doing an attack, so I really hope we survive this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. It is so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Alright, we're going to need to save these three. Yeah, that's Gen 2 for you. He had to flip it. He had a 25% chance to KO us, and he hit the 25. We're so far behind at this point that I'm just going to Eek because, you know, what else can I do? So I got 2 more bands, which is good. I got more energy drops and an evolution, which is also good. So at least we're not dead drawing, you know, but it's just so bad that, you know, it's really frustrating. So I can actually get everything back because he played Time Capsule. I'm going to... Yeah, I should have enough energy, I think, and I have another... I'm actually going to keep the energy. So yeah, what does he attach now? Does he attach his own focus band? He does, alright. So now it's 50% for us to kill him, 25% for him to kill us, assuming we get to Machamp again. So let's go ahead and evolve the second one. We'll attach the energy to the second one. We'll attach the focus band and the focus band so that we survive that far. We'll bench. I think we have 3 Cleffas, so we're good for that. So now we'll Eek. We don't have a trader to get Machamp in play, unfortunately, which really is bad. He looks like he's about to be out of resources, maybe. So all right, so we can go ahead and do this to here. We'll evolve this. Well, I think this might be a glitch, but we're just gonna do it anyway. We're gonna bump the stadium and Eek. There's a recall, but it's not useful until we get some damage on. We don't have a Machamp just yet, and I'm just wondering, you know, where my Machamps are and where my traders are, because that's like it's the same thing, really. Alright, we're gonna do this again. Still don't have a Machamp or a trader. I played 3 Machamps and 3 traders. I haven't played a single trader yet, or one. So we have 5 outs, and we're just not drawing into them. We'll bench this. Since he's fully powered up, we're going to start powering up this Machoke. I know this is my last Elm, but I got to play it because I really need my Machamps, man. I don't get it. I don't get him. I've already attached the energy, so I just eek. Now I have a trader, but no Pokemon. So yeah, fun times. Okay, so at this point, one or two of them have to be prized. Alright, he KOs the Cleffa, which pretty much sucks because now I gotta waste my energy drop on a Cleffa to get a new hand. Now I have a trader and a Machoke, so at least I can attack this next turn. But man, we are so far behind. We're halfway. Like, he's already gotten 3 prizes taken. It's crazy. All right, so finally I can. I'll focus ban the Machop, trader, the Machamp. Let's see how many we had. Yeah, so 2 of them are prized. Now things are making more sense. That's just really dumb. Second one. Now I can finally attack with Hurricane Punch. I just need 3 heads. Instead we get 2, which is fine. It's average. That's perfectly fine. We have Recall in hand, which is kind of cool. He plays a Healing Field. Okay. I think we actually forgot the energy drop for that turn. I think I screwed that up. Alright, so we survived. We'll play the Moo-Moo Milk. And we get Tails, of course. Of course. Healing Field. We'll do heal some there. Goldberry, and I can't even play it now. We'll evolve this. And we can Hurricane Punch. And he actually he gets saved because of the Focus Band. Yeah, that happened. We have, let's see. We've lost 2 Focus Bands, so we have no Focus Band options left, so our Goldberries are going to have to keep him going. So he's definitely going to go down, but we can get one powered up if we get one off the prizes here, which is our only out, really. Alright, so we can do Healing Field as well. We don't get that, but we do get this to heal some more. We'll attach this to this one, get him set up. In terms of recovering things, I don't need anything like that. So I got the Recall in hand just in case. I have all of my full heal energies, 14 to 22 decks. So a Hurricane, take a KO finally. There's a Machamp. Alright, so we have a way of continuing to attack. So we're not completely dead yet, basically. But because we have multiple lines set up, which we were forced to do because he kept KOing everything, the problem here is we can't use Double Gust now because one of them becomes a target. So traded this for an Elekid. Oh, Elekid. Elekid can get around our ability, so that really sucks. Alright, but we have Healing Field. He gave us Healing Field, which is amazing. So we're going to go ahead and set this up. Set him up for an evolution and Hurricane Punch, and I just hope that his band doesn't activate. It does, of course. So out of his 2 bands, both of them saved him. The very first thing we did, our first Machamp, which was our only attacker at the time, got knocked out. So yeah, that's, you know what, that's RNG Gen 2, so that is what it is. We still have a 50% chance of living through this, even if he attacks with him or Cargo, so we might be okay. We're completely out of Elm, I believe. Yeah, we are. So, please survive, dude. 50%. Come on. Yes. Alright, alright. Does he have a band too? This guy's full on bands. It's crazy. Alright, so we have 2 options here. We could potentially risk the flip or just recall and do a 50. So if we recall, we're actually going to recall, let me see here so I can show you. I can't show you anymore. We can recall, God, I'm picking the wrong one. We're going to recall Fury Punch. Flip a coin if heads, it acts as 20 damage times the number of damage counters on Giovanni's Machop. So it's 50% to KO him, or it's gonna be what is it, like 25% to... I think we actually take it. We take it. We'll recall, and then we're going to do Fury Punch. Well, first I'm gonna Healing Field, and I'll get it, so we'll Fury Punch, and it's Tails. I'm pretty sure that was the correct play, because it's 50% to KO versus me trying to actually get through him completely. Playful Punch knocks me out, right? Of course. Now we can Garbage Run the Machamp Energy, which is all we really need. It's just really dumb, you know? So Hurricane Punch, and now we actually get a KO. So okay, so now it's feeling a little more evened out, even though it still feels pretty bad. That we've been on the bad side of flips all match, so it's feeling a little more evened out. But despite that, it's still pretty bad. We did get a Machop in there, so we can always evolve this last one if we need to. We don't need to draw anymore. There's a Goldberry. We don't need to attach it. Do both of these guys have a band? Okay, they do. Cool. Alright, so I definitely do want to get that thing, though, but, you know. Alright, we're just going to Hurricane Punch. We might be able to catch up on prizes. And this is ridiculous. So we flip heads to attack him, and then we get Quad Tails. Quad Tails. Absurdly ridiculous. It's truly beyond ridiculous. But yeah, that's, you know what, it's RNG. So it is what it is. He plays Lava Flow. Let's see if he kills us. Which, with the way this match is going, of course, yeah. With the way that this match has been going, I figured that would be the case. Oh, unbelievable. 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 2 Machamps die because he hits through a focus band and the power. It's truly unbelievable. Alright, well, this one's gonna have to go to distance, so we're gonna retreat. At least he has a band down, which is the important thing. We'll attach the energy. Oh, we already attached one. So we'll Hurricane Punch and take a KO. Okay, goes. Okay, so that actually sets us back into a win position because he doesn't have an attacker now. His deck is 11 to my 12. Entei is his only attacker, and he doesn't KO me. He has to hit through the band. Healing Field allows us to take care of, to fix Elekid. So we're going to attach this. We're going to actually save everything in case I need to Eek and prevent deck out. Hurricane Punch, take a KO. We're catching up, dude. We're doing this. We are doing this, man. His deck is all or nothing, and he's lost enough steam now to that we potentially can do this. So the luck is swinging back on my side, man. Do I really want to bench this? It sets up a target. I do not. The luck is swimming back. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. All right, come on, come on. One more. Come on, come on. Come on. One more. I just need one more from you. Live through this. Come on. Live through it. Can only do 60, right? So I'm going to live anyway. But I get 2 turns of Healing Field. So this one didn't work. All right, we're gonna go it. We're going it. All right, 1 Ted's, you know, that's fine. So that he's down to 50. That means 2 are. If statistically we should win here. Statistically we should win. So here we go. Oh, okay. So this is like, do I do it, man? Do I do it? Do I play Giovanni's Last Resort and set myself up for deck out? I think I do it, man. I think I do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yes, I'm doing it. All right, there we go. Full HP, and we win. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. That was a crazy match. Okay, hold on 1 second. So your reward is a base elements pack. All right, we're going to open up a pack for sure. And we get a Smeargle, which is a duplicate promo. Unbelievable that we won that, dude. That was... We were... like, the luck was so bad. so far against us, and we came back and we won. Wow. One prize. He had one prize. I think I had 1 to 4, and we came back. That was insane. Oh man. Alright, so let's open up that pack. Let's do this. So we get a free base elements. What do we get? We get a Flareon and Vaporeon and a Digger. So not that good. But we can always like dissolve them for more ink. So let's do that real quick while I'm talking. So that was a crazy match. This is the end of the video. This is definitely going last. I cannot believe we won that. The luck was just working against us so badly, man. But that's how this meta works, you know. It's like for 1 second it's against you, then 1 second it becomes your friend. So yeah. That's Machamp, guys. Try it out. It's like, as you saw, it's a crazy up and down match every time. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I'm not really sure what we're going to do next time, but I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.